Now, in this lesson, we are going to learn some of the typography terms and a bit of about type anatomy. So these are very crucial because we can easily pair fonts by learning these typography terms. And so let's get started. So first of all, we are going to learn about baseline, mean line, and cap line. Cap line means capital line. So it is the line, imaginary line, sitting at the top of capital letter. Okay, and then we have baseline, which is very important. Baseline is the line on which all of our letters they sit on it. Okay, the mean line is basically at the top of our small letters, or we can say x height. This is basically the height of our small letters. Okay, so this is basically mean line. The most important is this baseline, so make sure you know this baseline, what this baseline is. One more thing, that some of these letters they go above this capital line, and some like these y, p and other, they go beyond this baseline, so just keep in mind. Okay, let's learn about the x height and cap height of, or capital height of, any font. So basically the height of the small letter x is basically the x height of any font or any type, and the capital letter height is basically the capital height. Now x height is very important, and the ratio between x height and capital letter is also very important factor in legibility of font. So now if we have a good x height, it can be easier to read on small devices or small booklets or something like that. So if you are designing for mobile apps, you need to consider a font with larger x height. Okay, also the efficient fonts like Helvetica and few others, they have x height from 67% to 69% of capital height. So they are almost 65 to 70% of the height of a capital letter. So this is also another factor. Also, this is a factor between different font classifications. The older font types, the old font families or old fonts like Garamond, they have low x height. Now let's learn about ascender and descenders. Ascenders basically are the letter portion that is extended above the mean line, or you can see over here the D, the top of the D. And then we have descender, which is basically extended downwards from the baseline. So everything that drops from the baseline is basically descenders. Okay, counter is another very big factor in recognizing or legibility of any font or type. So there are two types of counter: open and closed. Open counter is basically the open portion of any letter like this. It is not totally closed from all sides. The space in between this letter E is basically the open counter. And then we have close counter. Close counter is basically the space closed enclosed in any letter like this O and the top portion of this E. And what is the why we are learning about this? Because they can help with legibility. If we have very big counters, that font or that type or style is very legible. Okay, now this is also another factor to related to this x height. So these two play a very big role in legibility of fonts, counter and x height. Let's learn few other typographic terms so we can easily identify any type. So here we go, like we have this beak, which is a bit pointy end of any capital letter or small letter. They are found normally at the start and the end of the letter. Okay, then we have this stroke. You can see the top portion of this P letter. There are two varying strokes. One is very slim at the start, and at the middle it is very thick. Okay, so basically this is called the stroke difference, slim to thick, and this is very important part in identifying different classes of fonts. Then we have this loop, the loop, which is basically the lower part of G. You can see over here. Also different classes of fonts, they have different this loop style. Then we have ear. Ear is basically this pointy ear styled knob getting out of this from G letter. This is also very important factor. It is different in different fonts. Then we have this apex. Apex is basically the top part of any letter where we have this pen style remainder of something like we have cut nib over here or something like that. Okay, then we have tail. This is basically the lower portion of letter Y. And then we have this terminal, which is which is also like tail, but it is not extended at the bottom. It is basically extended at the left or right side of one letter, like this A. Then we have serif. Serif is basically any line or anything which is basically separate the font types. Like we have this serif fonts. They have these slabs at the end of their letters, like this. You can see over here Y. So also at the bottom of I letter. So this is basically serif, and this is all about different typographic terms. I hope that you have enjoyed your lecture. Let's move on to the next lesson.